Dr. Plimpton?
Mr. Fry, come on in.
You know, maybe I should come back another time. You know, maybe this was such a good idea.
Mr. Fry, relax. It won't hurt a bit.
Well, you see, I've never been to a psychiatrist before. You know, I've never really opened up about my problems before, not with anyone.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Fry. You're going to feel very relaxed in here, and nothing will get out of this room. It's between me and you, or you and I.
But it's embarrassing. I wouldn't know where to start.
Mr. Fry, I've been in business for 20 years. I've had people come in here who've had sex with mayonnaise for days. I've had an Austrian pianist who took too many drugs and had to spit the dust out of the air. He thought dust was attacking him at all times. 16, 17 hours a day. Dust. And then I had a woman who took her dead dog to bed with her for 9 months. Tell you, Mr. Fry, you're going to be feeling good at the end of this.
Oh, wow, I don't feel so bad.
Yeah, some deep, stupid fucks out in this world, sir. You just come in here and relax and go ahead and lay down on that sofa there and you'll be all right.
Sure. Well, I've been scared most of my life. I guess you could say I was born scared.
Right now, I'd like you to reach down in the recesses of your childhood and find the anxiety that made you scared. I want to know the first moment of terror as a child.
I was barely able to sleep alone until I was about 12. It was all because of the little man under my bed.
The little? Tell me about the little man.
You see, there was this little man under my bed. He was a tiny, rowdy little bastard. I could hear him laughing at me. He was always up to no good. One night it just got worse and worse, and he must have had some friends over. Felt like they were doing backflips off my bed springs. Couldn't sleep at all that night. And finally, I grabbed what courage I had, and I took a look.
One day he just left, never really heard from him again. Like always, I found something else, Puberty kicked in, and, when I would wake up in the mornings, I would be visited by the goo.
Please explain.
Well, every night for about a year and a half, the goo came a-calling.
Yeah, did you take cold showers? Did you think of your grandmother naked? Did you listen to Robert Goulet records?
Nothing helped.
You never told anybody about your problem?
Oh, no, not anyone, no. I wouldn't tell anyone. I just decided to try and fight it.
Fight it? How?
And at bedtime, I would put on some extra clothes, so the goo wouldn't seep through and stain my sheets. But deep down inside, I knew I wasn't fooling Mom, I mean, she saw the goo. And I was convinced that she thought I was gay. So I wanted to convince her that I wasn't, you know. I tried working out, lifting weights and all that, you know. I wanted to prove to her that I was all man.
Did this help you ease your mind?
No, I got a hernia. It was at this point that, you know, I developed the one fear that really pushed me over the edge, you know. I refer to this as the armpit years.
One day, I guess I was about 17, I was in high school. It was a hot day. The AC was broke, so I'd been sweating up a storm all day.
You stink!
And that was it. The birth of another fear. I've been afraid of sweating ever since. I was so afraid of sweating, man. It would make me sweat even worse. You know, I couldn't stop. I was like this big sweat monster, you know? And I was so afraid that people would be totally turned off and disgusted by my body odor. You know, it's a natural instinct in our culture to be totally turned off by body odor. I was totally convinced I would lose all my friends. I knew I would never get a date. You know, at that moment I thought to myself I was going to die in a pool of my own filth.
Of course you use deodorant to cut your smell.
Yeah, sometimes too much, maybe. I remember sneaking out of class to get my can of Right Guard out of my locker, you know. I would really drench myself in this stuff, just like hoping and praying to God that it would work, you know. But sometimes a little too much deodorant just makes it even a little bit worse.
Did your classmates say anything to you? Did they tease you?
Well, yeah, I got the typical name calling, you know, stinky, shitty pet, sweaty boy. And, I mean, I became so obsessed, I would, like, discreetly check myself throughout the day to see how I was holding up, you know? I must have done that at least 50 times a day.
Did you ever try letting go and discounting your fear?
Well, yeah, you know, I tried to adapt, but, you know, I even tried dating. Once I invited a girl over for pizza in a movie.
Dearly beloved, we have gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you.
I was nervous as shit. This was my one chance to score. So I made my move. That's when I noticed that the Great Falls were coming out from under my arms. I didn't know what to do. So I took a bath in the middle of my date.
I don't really have an answer as to why all this happened to me, you know. Maybe I'm just basically frightened, you know, just like on the verge of a nervous breakdown or something like that, you know. Sometimes I picture myself like it's just a giant nerve about to burst, you know, just walking around, floating around, what have you, and just at any moment it could just explode all over the place, you know. And it could happen, you know. It's a bit.
You've done fine today. Time's up. You've been here 47 minutes. You made so much progress. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, you know, it's time. Progress is thanks for your openness. Oh, wait, just 2 fingers. I learned that in Fiji.
Really?
Actually, you don't have to touch the whole hand. Here, take a shot.
Yeah.
It keeps the sweat off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been great.
Okay.
Really
Well, you know,
good to see you.
talking to you since I come in, I feel a lot more relaxed and all that. I just gotta know before I go, you know, what do you think about all this?
I think everything's fine. There's nothing deep seated. I don't think we got any problems here.
Yeah.
I'll see you next week.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
be late.
Right.
Same time.
All right, thanks, thanks.
Eat the right foods.
But Dr. Plumpton, it feels strange talking about my problems.
Mr. Klobe, I've been in this business for 20 years. You've got no problems due to that last person that came in here. I tell you something. He thought he had midgets under the bed. And for a year and a half, he had wet dreams during puberty. And then he sweated in places no one ever sweated before. If you wish in the world to advance, Mr. Globe, your merits you're bound to enhance. Stir it or stump it, blow your own trumpet, and trust me, you've got a chance. But that last cat, hopeless. You're all right, Mr. Globe. You're okay. Did you ever try letting go and discounting your fear? Did you? Pencil neck geek?
I'm scared of politicians.
Southern grit eater.
No.
Or did you listen to Robert Goulet records? Meat fuck Robert Goulet. Meat fucking. They give the guy bacon, they stuff roast beef up. Meat fucking. Sweeping a lot of part of the country. It's true.
Okay, don't get too crazy down there.
You stink.
Okay, position for the wedgie. Wedge in.
I got this one. You ain't getting it. I got Take it on, baby.
Yeah, good boy.
3 in a row.
Okay, action.
Yeah, there you go, that way too. There you go. Yeah. So dirty.
Awesome.
I was camera born, baby.